I know this Friday. I'm gonna have my own. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, we live and direct. Team
Yeah. Live.
MBTammidwest. I got shot with the facts. We here. 12 presumptions of law. You know, and then we got some more stuff in the vibe. So we gonna jump right into it. What's up, shot?
What's going on with y'all, man? What's going on? We just
You know,
focusing on a little bit of everything, keeping the mind sharp in many ways. Trying,
yes sir, yes sir.
but yeah, we going right now. What we gonna talk about the presumptions of law, 12 presumptions of Roman canon law. So let me see. We gonna start off with custody. Custody. We gonna start. All right. There's 12 presumptions. 12 presumptions. That's how the court operates. It explains, who's eligible to be detained. What part does the judge play as the beneficiary or executor? What do you have to do to help get on the do not detain list? And it's basically telling you everything. That's why we have to go out and search this knowledge and coming together. Shout out, to team M and Money Boy, to be out here and share knowledge. And right here, I'm gonna start on the sixth presumption, custody. The presumption of custody is that by customs, a summons or a warrant of arrest unrebuted stands, and therefore one who attends court is presumed to be a thing, and therefore liable and detained in custody by custodians. By custodians. Custodians may only lawfully hold custody of property and things, not flesh and blood, soul-possessing beings, unless this presumption is openly challenged and rejections of summons and or at court, the presumption stand you and property and therefore lawfully able to be kept in custody by custodians. Deep, y'all. That's deep. That's deep, y'all. And with that being said, as you heard, you can only be detained if you are a thing. Okay, if you're considered a thing, let me give you the definition of thing in Black's Law, fourth edition. I believe I have it in here. I had it written down. Thing, y'all. You do not want to be a legal fiction. You do not want to be a person. You don't want to be anything of that nature.
Right.
And we're gonna show you why. Because the dictionaries that we're used to, that we're taught in school, is really not correct. Really not correct. And that's how they program us mentally, believing that we know what we're talking about. But if we really did, then we wouldn't have to get an attorney to represent us, because ignorance is not of the law.
So what word? So what we looking up now?
The word thing, THING.
Okay. I got it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here. I got it too. Right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure we both there.
Yeah, we here. Okay. Things. The objects of dominant or property as distinguished from persons. Western Union Telegraph Co. versus Bush. This is also backed by case law. Also, you guys, and this is Black Law 4th edition, and Midwest has the 7th edition,
Yeah.
and they both
So
got
go ahead.
case law. Whatever is treated by the law, whatever is the object of a right, whatever is treated by the law as the object over which one person exercises a right, and with reference to which another person lies under a duty. So, with that being said, we lie under duty of these so-called guardians, and we're going to go down to the 7 presumptions, which is guardians. The presumptions of court of guardians is the presumptions that as you may be listed as a resident, a ward of a local government area, and have listed on your passport the letter P, you are a piper, and therefore under the guardian powers of the government and its agent as a court of guardians. Unless this presumption is openly challenged and demonstrated, you are both a general guardian and general executor of the matter trust before the court. The presumption stands, and you are by default a pauper and lunatic, and therefore must obey the rules of the clerk of guardians, clerk of magistrated courts, and of course all judges and of that nature are clerks and magistrators. And you heard them, we have to obey them. Why? Because we are a resident of United States, and they're our guardian. We don't want to be that. So if you're a resident, I advise you guys do the research and withdraw your citizenship for United States. And therefore, United States is located in DC. Okay, if you didn't know that. And let me go back to custody. So the custody detain to the do not detain list. We want to notify a certain people. You want to notify them and let them know that you're alive, that you got blood, that you're upon the land, that you're still here breathing, that you are not a thing. You know, you heard it right here. It's telling you what you have to do. Or you could do this in court if you're in court, if you know how to present yourself.
So you
Excuse me. Go ahead.
The custody that we used to hearing is totally different from the custody that you're speaking about.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying earlier with the word game, that we be thinking that we be knowing what we talking about, but they got a whole different definition to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they give us attorney.
What they taught us in school really was to manipulate the system.
Exactly. It manipulated us, and that's another form of slavery. You know, the school system is just it's another form of slavery. It's to keep the slaves in check. You know, if you could control their mind and take away their history, then you could control who they are. You know, because everything they know about themselves and about their ancestors is what been told. So that goes with school. Like you just custody. When you say I'm in custody, you're like, yeah, I'm in custody. Well, guess what? You just said, yeah, go ahead, take me to jail. I'm a thing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
And we're gonna go on, and we're gonna go on with my mouse. Excuse me. We're gonna go down. We're gonna skip down to the okay, we're gonna see number 8. That 8 is trustees. The presumption of the court of trustees is that members of the private bar guild presume you accept the office of trustees as a public servant. So when you're in jail or whatever, when the public bar, when they have your bond, because when you're in jail, they got a bond behind closed door that you don't know about. That's where they're getting paid. They're getting paid off your trust. But the trustee, you heard, they presume you accept the office of trustee as a public servant. So they flip the script, and now we're serving them to do their duty for they could continue out with their duty, which was make money on the stock exchange.
So what you're saying is there's no criminal law. So basically,
it's all civil. Everything starts out as civil, and then it goes criminal. But what I'm saying is you can stop from being from going to jail. You can stop all that just by doing the process. You know what I mean? And
Right.
and we got to speak up. It's part about being a woman and being a man. And it's different about speaking it and actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in the positions and you back in that corner, and if you don't speak up, then you hear what they're presuming everything, and they're running by their court. So that's why when we have family members or people in certain situations, it always seems to go their way, and we as people know consciously that this ain't right. Something's not right. Well, of course it's not right because they're telling us. It's just that we're too scared because they've been beating us as slave and keeping us mentally closed. Excuse me, you know somebody at the door. But you know what I mean? So we gotta wake up, y'all. But I'm gonna continue on. And the government employee, just by attending a Roman court. You hear that? Just if you would attend the Roman court. If you even walk into that courtroom, you have to speak up for yourself because just by attending a Roman court, as such courts are always for public trustees by the rules of the guild and Roman systems. Unless this presumption is openly challenged. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me.
Give us a minute, y'all. We'll be right back. Right back.
Sorry about that. So I'm right here. I had to put my dog. I had my daughter sleeping. He trying to wake my daughter up. But like, openly challenged to state you are the courts are always for public trustees by the rules of the guild and the Roman system. Unless this presumption is openly challenged, once again, you have to openly challenge this. To state you are merely visiting by invitation to clear up the matter, and you are not a government employee or public trustees in this instant. The presumption stands and is assumed as one of the most significant reasons to claim jurisdiction, simply because you appeared. You hear that? Y'all hear that?
So
Unless you
show up.
go ahead.
So just because you show up to that courtroom, you in trouble.
You in trouble. You in trouble. They automatically presuming unless you merely state that you're visiting by invitation only to clear up the matter, and you are not a government employee or a public trustee in this instance.
So what about the bogus warrant that they put out for your arrest when you don't appear?
Okay, okay, like I didn't appear. I had a guy. I had put me in there. This before I put the do not detain in the system, and I actually went to jail. They busted me out of my car and things of that nature and things. I'm actually going through with civils, and I'll keep you up to date with that. But I didn't show up to court. I filed 2 motions, an executor notice. I had help of a friend named Harry. You know, shout out to him. I appreciate it. I put in 2 executor notice, and then because I'm the executor, you want to be the executor because you abrogate your estate. You are the man, and they put a bogus warrant. I haven't dealt with the police since then. I mean, I've been to traffic court. I talked, they and things of that nature, but they haven't. I haven't been stopped by an officer yet, so the warrant still stands in the system. But I know I have a do not detain because I have my evidence and I stay with the facts. So with that being said, y'all wanna stand up in court, and this is all on the internet. This is their website. Never, we coming off their website. They giving it to us. It's always legal remedy, y'all. Always legal remedy. And this is what I'm saying. And let me give y'all a definition of guild real quick, just real quick on the guild right here. A voluntary association of persons pursuing the same trade, art, profession, or business, such as printers, goldsmiths, wool merchants, etc., united under a distinct organization of their own, analogous to that of a corporation, regulating the affairs of their trade or business by their own laws and rules, and aiming by corporations and organizations to protect and promote the interests of their common vocation. And it gives us an example about the medieval history and goes forward. And each business was required to pay a tax towards its support. And they're basically taxing us by our bonds. And that goes back to the warrant. That's what you were saying. They're not, they want their money. They want their money, y'all. They don't want to, they don't want to give up without a fight. And I'm gonna handle that. I'm gonna handle that though. And it was all fraud, y'all. It was all fraud. It all began with a traffic court case. And I stood up, and I have to go to court tomorrow, which I'm probably not gonna go. And I've been fighting this. I've been in this court about 8 times since last year of March 3rd, March 8th, and every time I was going to court, I was going in there challenging their jurisdiction, not never contracting with them, not signing anything of that nature or nothing. So they kept pitting court dates without my knowledge and kept trying to find me, and I'm still going. And then I went to jail, and then I stood up, I called the judge, I told the judge fuck him, I told that nigga fuck him and shit. But that was back then, child. I grown now. I grown. You have to become humble. They want you to become angry and things of that nature. So we gotta respect ourselves, man. And it's all fraud. It's all fraud. Go ahead, Midwest.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's so we
Yeah, that
all
shit.
see like with number 11, the
Yeah, we
presumption
on.
of incompetence.
Okay. Hold on. Real quick. Let's do number 9 real quick, and then we'll skip to that one because I wanna show him. I wanna show him how the judge plays 2 parts.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna show him how the judge played 2 parts. Open challenge the executive. Okay, it says the presumption of government acting in 2 roles as the executor and the beneficiary. So the government is basically controlling the outcome of the case, and they're actually benefiting from the profit of the case, the bond that is created. And therefore, they presume you to be the trustee. So they're making sure you're handling everything, what you're going through, whatever you do, whether you're paying fines or going to prison. You're making sure you're getting that money for that stock exchange and paying out. They cashing out on that trust. So right here, listen to this. The government acting in 2 roles as the executor and beneficiary is that the matter at hand, the private bar guild appoint the judge, magistrate in the capacity of the executor, while the prosecutor acts in the capacity of the beneficiary of the trust for the current matter. Unless this presumption is openly challenged to demonstrate you are both a general guardian and general executor of the matter trust before the court, the presumption stands and you are by default the trustee. You don't want to be the trustee, y'all. We want to be the beneficiary and the executor because you could dismiss your case and you could benefit with the bond that they created. And hold on, what do you think? Give me that bond. That's my bond. What are you doing? Y'all the trustee. You know what I'm saying? So presumption stands you are by default the trustee, therefore must obey the rules of the executor, the judge. Why do you think what the judge says goes? Because he's playing the executor. He stole my role, he stole your role. That is our role to play. We control the outcome as a sovereign living being.
Yes, sir.
That's real game right there, y'all. These are nuggets, these real jewels, and we can't tell you everything. We can't hold people's hand, y'all. You gotta go and search these. You gotta study this stuff because when you're in that situation, it might not be you, but it could be a loved one, a friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through a lot, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing and messing with the movement for the people to help us overcome what they've been doing to us. But we're
So
gonna
you
go down to number. Oh, go ahead.
so you saying the judge is creating the outcome and also benefiting off of the case by
Yeah, well,
holding the bond, by
yeah,
holding
well,
that you know nothing about because
that
you
yeah,
standing up there. criminal court where you don't even know that you know, they out of their
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Yeah, we don't know nothing. We don't, as you've seen, everything that I've been saying, you have to openly challenge. And we don't know that because God's people suffer for the lack of knowledge. So if you don't know or understand, then you shall suffer. And that's why we're going through all these trials and tribulations, thinking and thinking that we know things, but we really don't. And it's time to take a stand. It's time to come together and and understand this type of knowledge, man, because they're not telling us this. And why you think they're living the life that really supposed to be us? Because they're living off our money, off our bonds. Money don't exist anyway. But what I mean is the mind that we have, the mind that a lot of people have. I'm just going to use money to help people understand. So they're using our own money by creating our trust and acting as us as an executor, and the DA's acting as the beneficiary. Remember, they're all part of the bar examination, which they all took an oath, and they're part of the Vatican, in London, and all these people in the United States said they went to law school. That's a lie. They've never been to a law school in their life. There's only 4 law schools in the world, and they're all located in London. If I'm not lying, look it up. I got notes right here. I don't feel like pulling them out, so y'all gonna have to do that knowledge. But look it up. There's only 4 law schools legally, and they robbing us, and they holding our money, and they're paying. They all just paying each other to do this shit. If the public defender is giving it to you for free, who is paying for the public defender? The state is paying for the public defender, but how the state is there to prosecute you. So why is the prosecution hiring your defense? Does that even seem right?
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense. That don't seem right. The state is hiring your public defense. Why do you think they so quick to make the deal? Because you're off and they get that trust and everybody get kicked down.
And you sitting in jail.
And you sitting in jail playing the trustee. I'm sitting there playing the porter, swiping the things, cleaning my cell up, talking through the vent. And why, you know what I mean?
It's crazy, bro.
That shit crazy. We're gonna go down to incompetence. The presumption of incompetence. Hold on, excuse me. Before I go on, when we go to court, it's all about competence and incompetence. They want to make sure that you're competent to hold the stand trial or to understand, because they need to make sure on record that you understand or believe you understand what's going on. Okay? Even though that you hired an attorney to represent you, we're a ward of the court. All right, we ward of the court. And so I'm gonna go ahead and read this off to y'all. All right, the presumptions of incompetence is the presumptions that you are at least ignorant of the law, therefore incompetent to present yourself and argue properly. Therefore, the judge, magistrate, as executor, has the right to have you arrested. You see that? If you're not playing your part as the executor, then therefore the judge, the magistrate, takes that role and has you arrested because you're incompetent to present yourself because you're ignorant of the law. That's not my problem. That's your problem. As the executor has the right to have you arrested or detained, fined, or forced into a psychic ward evaluation. And if you plead insanity, they take you to the psychic ward into the prison. That's why a lot of people try to play that role. Unless this presumption is openly challenged to the fact that you know your position as an executor. You hear that? You think I'm lying? Unless you know your position as the executor. Hold on. So I'm telling you that you can be a judge. You can have that same power and authority. It always remained with the sovereign people anyway. We just lost the knowledge of it. So unless we openly challenge and we know our position as the executor and beneficiary, see, and we play the beneficiary. Earlier I was telling you we could dismiss our case and we could benefit from our trust that they had created that they thought they was gonna get. So we could dismiss our case and benefit from that trust. But we have to do the you got to do the research to learn how to benefit from it. Knowledge is power. And actively rebuke and object to any contrary presumptions, then it stands by the time of pleading that you are incompetent, then the judge and magistrate can do what they need to keep you obedient. So the judge is gonna do what he do to keep us obedient. Send him to prison for however many years. Give him life so we can have millions of dollars. Just give him life so he will never have a chance. So we can get paid for life till I die. Come on, y'all. And they don't claim taxes. Judges, all these attorneys, we could file a report to the IRS because if you've been to jail, if you've had any of that nature, and they didn't claim that bond on their taxes, then that's tax fraud, and they're a federal employee. They have to report that for taxes because they benefited from it. They're trying to hide it though. We got to come together, y'all, on everything. And we gonna hold on real quick because I had a couple things. Okay. Hey, Midwest.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's good. What you think? You think I should show them? You think I should show them that United States of America FTC or what?
Show it
You
to
hear
him.
me? That do not, that reference thing.
Yeah, you can show it to him.
All right, hold on, real quick.
You know, after we act, it's just a part of keeping yourself, bulletproof. There's a lot of stuff going on out here, y'all. But you gotta better protect yourself. You gotta understand these laws and stuff because, you don't know what to say when to say it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bad. We trying to make sure that our people know, what to say when to say it. So, now we gonna have every night we gonna be on live, kicking nothing but knowledge. Here on now, every night, 9 and 12.
Hey, what the hell I do with it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, yeah, I got it right here. I'm pulling out all my notes. This how real it is, y'all. Y'all gotta start getting notes, y'all. You gotta start getting notes. And before that, it's just like people gotta understand that we actually put a lot of hours and a lot of away from family, wives, girlfriends, we put a lot of hours in this type of knowledge and things like that. So it's much appreciated, just to have respect, just to have respect of what we doing for the people, to help, to help. So just remember that it takes a lot of sacrifice and time, but we know what's more important.
I'm gonna grab some water and I'll be right back.
It's all good. I'm gonna show y'all. I had this. I got a letter from this before. You know what I mean? The FDIC, and then right here, if y'all don't know this, the administrating, the National Credit Union Administration, and then the state of California Department of Justice, the Attorney General, and things of that nature. It's not a game. Remember, God. I have, whether people believe in God or not, there's a God. He created us. We serve Him. We, the people, created the government. Now the government there's to serve us. We're God's creation. The government is man's creation. Okay, so we play our part as master servant. The government's our servant. They'll tell you they're there to serve the public. and we just gotta understand that, because a lot of these police officers and things nature like that ain't cool, ain't cool. They're trained wrong. They trained wrong, and this is this. Pull it out. Hold on. I don't want to put my address on there. Can you see that, Midwest?
Yeah, man.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
What is United States of America Federal Trade Commission, February 16th, y'all. This ain't a game. This is real. This is real. This is on February 6th. They sent this out. United States of America. And if you didn't know, that's a corporation. Remember that. Corporation. Since I believe is it 1776, 17, something like that. I think like 271 years though. But it says, Dear Marcus Smith, nice meeting y'all. Thank you for contacting the Federal Trade Commission. The FTC has been directed by Congress to act in the interests of all consumers to prevent fraudulent, deceptive, and unfair business practices in the marketplace. Contacts from consumers and business are very important to our work, as they often the first indication of the problem in the marketplace and may provide the initial evidence to begin an investigation. While the FTC is not able to intervene in individual disputes, the information you have provided has been recorded in our secure online database. So the information I provided to them been recorded in their secured online database, which is used by thousands of civil and criminal law enforcement authorities worldwide. The database enables the database enables law enforcement agencies to identify questionable business practices that may lead to investigation and prosecutions. In addition, our attorneys and investigators regularly review the complaint database to look for law enforcement targets like people with warrants and people that's on the run, that people that so-called broke the law, to evaluate the need for consumer education, because a lot of police officers don't know the law, so it's there to help them educate them before they actually harm themselves and make policy recommendations. Your letter has been added to our database for that purpose. You get what I'm saying? As a consumer, you have an additional alternative. I could contact my attorney general right now and make a complaint on any corporation. And you guys got to understand, your trade name is a corporation. The whole public side is operated for commerce. It's all about making money. It's all about profiting, bonds, of our social, everything of that nature. And we have to put them on notice, y'all. And and along with that, being on your private side, I have this identifications, my private identification card. Shout out to Catman. You know, he right here. You know, you get it right here, y'all. It ain't a game. It ain't a game. And it's cool to get those also. But yeah, Midwest. So I just shot him that real quick.
That's what's
Give
up.
him and this goes basically what we do, what we're talking about, that 12 presumptions. Remember, we have to put people on notice. We let them know we're not a thing. So we're not just talking, we're actually doing what we speaking and what we're teaching to the people. You know, because why would we tell somebody to do something when we ain't back it up? Like how, you have to have, it's like having faith with no works. You know, faith with no works is like having a soul, having a body with no soul. It's dead. It won't matter. See
Don't
what we
exist.
speaking? It don't exist. What we speaking, what we putting in existence, we're backing it up. And you're gonna be like, look, oh, I don't believe you. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, guess what? I'm gonna show you these facts. And a lot of y'all still don't believe because y'all mentally mentally enslaved, and that's why we pushing how we pushing, because we still trying to grab some people out, because it's going to come to a time where we can't help everybody. God already did that. He already did that for us. We can't save the world. We just, we just planting the seeds and doing what we got to do. But at the same time, I want to go travel. I want to relax. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm doing my duty right now. I'm trying to save some people. You know, so let's move. I picked God first, and he just continued blessing it straight up. Just
Long way.
long way. And I got a mixtape. For those who watching, those who see this, I got a mixtape. I really ain't pushed it like I ain't a rapper or nothing like that, but I got a mixtape, and y'all gonna see some of that too, cause that pertains to what we got going on. Waking people up consciously and keeping it real. It all goes in. It all goes in one, straight up.
Yes, it does. Brothers got some nice music.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Hold on, real quick.
Let the people get it. And we're gonna give it in the world.
You know, right
All
here. It's it right here. I don't know if y'all see the glitter, but this it. Shock with shock. If you have ears, listen. Be humble, y'all. It's all about being humble. And like this is the mixtape. It's all for free. I pay my own money. I got it pressed up. My first mixtape, first rap, or anything. It's all for free. And that's how much I got. That's how much love I got for the people, for the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond money. It's beyond. It's more than the money, y'all. Let it home. That's more than the money.
money is nothing. We the value.
Exactly, but people don't understand that, and that's overstand that, and that's what's so crazy. And they thought we was done with the Nuggets though. They
Oh no,
thought we was, they thought we was done.
we just got started. We just got warmed up.
They thought we was done with the Nuggets, y'all. We good. That's that. That's that thing right there. I got 800 of these. I got like five some in the streets right now in a couple states. I'm sitting on about a little under 300 of them, and I send them to people. I send them to address. It's for free. I send them out. I pay my own money. There shouldn't be no reason somebody to say I don't want to listen to your music. It shouldn't be no reason to say I don't want that. It's for free. Who don't like free?
Yeah, we do got somebody out here in the audience. T Blaze 831. Yeah. Said they scared. Said they scared to wake up, bro.
Huh?
Said they scared to wake up.
Hold on, real quick.
Ain't that they scared. They just been in the matrix for so long. When they hear something, they always second guessing themselves. At least giving it a shot, doing your own research to try to at least see, well, is this facts? Is this the
Oh
truth?
my
Instead
goodness.
of just saying, man, it's some bullshit. If you don't ever take a chance to give it a shot to see what's in it, how you know if you're gonna be able to, how you know it's bullshit or not. So that's why, we try to give y'all the facts, you know, everybody that's on the team, we get an understanding of what's going on, the information that we do get, you know, like you say, we can't save the world. Jesus tried to do that, but we can only help the people that want to be helped, and we're gonna keep moving forward, keep pushing, you know. It looked like my man's got froze up right here real fast. So give me a minute. Let me see if I can get him back in here real fast. Y'all know. Yeah. Sometimes these devices be acting up and stuff, so we have to do what we gotta do. Yeah, I know that's what they waiting on, but at the same time, that's why we don't give them that like that. It's all about the research that they put in, because even if we give it to them, they still got to get an understanding of what we gave to them. You know, so that's what I'm saying. You still got to get an understanding of that. I give it to you. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Oh no, that's not it. You know, that's not what it is. You giving the facts. Big brother don't like that. When you giving the facts, they want to do all that other stuff. You know. Lord Scientist in the building. What's up, brother? Over here hitting them with some of these, some of this truth, some of this real life truth. You know how we do it. His phone froze up on him, but we was going over the 12 presumptions of of law, and then we had some more nuggets. We had passed that, and then we was going into something, and then this little thing just froze up. So I'm gonna see if I can kick him out, and then just bring him back in for the people, because he was giving out some, giving some good nuggets. He always give a good nugget. You know, keep us with some good nuggets. Keep us with some good information. He got a lot of information that doesn't have anything to do with the process, but it helps out the individual.
My bad. My bad.
His little thing he froze up, bro. That's what I was trying to tell you. It helps out the individual.
My bad.
His little thing he froze up, bro. That's what I was trying to tell you. Yes, you back, huh?
I'm back, man. My bad.
That's like big brother trying to stop, but we gonna keep it going, because we gotta
We
keep it.
gonna
We
keep
got
it going. My bad, man. My bad.
we gonna keep it going, because you got I was just letting some of the ones Lord Scientist just came in the building.
What's going on, Lord Son? What's going on?
You know, we got some people out here. Want to say what's up to all the viewers. Thank y'all for tuning in. We know it's kind of late, but that's when you get it. That's when you get it.
I'm right
We
here.
got some people out here. Want to say what's up to all the viewers. Thank y'all for tuning in. We know it's kind of late, but that's when you get it. That's when you get it.
I'm right
We got
here.
some people out here. Want to say what's up to all the viewers. Thank y'all for
Yeah, they a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people could be scared. You know, I got family members, friends. They more comfortable where they at. Yeah, you know, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people could be scared. You know, I got
Yeah,
family
they more
members,
where they at
friends.
because they stuck in their ways and they feel like, why change now? What's the, what difference does it make? You know?
Where they at?
Because they stuck in their ways and they feel like, and that's what I be telling about. Like I had some people over, I was trying to, explain to them the situation or whatever, and they don't, some people it ain't for everybody. And that's what I be telling about. Like I had some people over, I was trying to, explain some of the situation or whatever. They don't. You good on your end?
Yeah, I'm good right here. I'm looking at your live too. I'm on the computer. I'm looking at your live. Also, I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we here.
I was just looking at T Blaze. If you in what it says, they not. Oh yeah, let me see. They're not U.S. citizens. Oh, they are not U.S. citizens neither. Who is? What's that mean? They are not U.S. citizens. If you don't mind me asking, what he's speaking on. Oh, they take an oath. Yeah, anybody who took an oath of office also they get special delegated powers from London. Like they get special powers from the Vatican, and that's why they're able to do what they do. They got special, um, like how would you call it? If basically how they don't, if you're a cop, you basically good. That's why they protect their own. You know what I mean? Because they're all part of that same corporation, that business. And if you took an oath, man, you're owned by the Vatican. To keep it real, like there's a way. There's always a way out of it, but because you didn't understand it, you didn't, or have a overstand of what was going on, and saved by mercy, by the grace, by grace of God. But there's always a way out of a contract, you know.
Always away.
If you're not at a meeting, if you're not meeting at the mines, if you didn't have it full in disclosure or fully or had an overstanding mentally, then the contract cannot be cannot be valid.
Can't
Why?
be bound. Yeah, they can't be bound.
It can't be bound to what y'all contracted to because you didn't mentally overstand it, or if they didn't have it in fully disclosure. You know what I'm saying? A contract has to have three things: a meeting at the mines, full disclosure, and a signature. You know, but it's all good.
Yeah. What a day, what a day, what a day. So what about that traffic ticket?
Oh, that traffic ticket. I don't think I'm gonna go to court because I actually put some things. I actually put something in the records, and I looked online. They actually denied it because it's the whole system's fraud. They're not gonna grant what's to the executor because, for number one, the magistrate, the acting judge, he's not even part of the bar to practice law in California, the state of California. For two, he been suspended since like 2007, and he has no bar license, and he still is on the is he still is on the seat, acting as a judge, acting in color of law. And we gotta get the people. When we come for them, we need their house took, we need their bonds. We need it. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm getting information to learn how to go all the way through and getting the judges taken down. I'm not scared. You know, I'll go knocking on the door. I don't need them coming knocking on my door. I'll go over there and be knocking on them. They human like me. I know who I am. I know who my God is. So that's how y'all gotta move, you know. And we gotta move just like that.
So if he in,
And
so if he inactive, how's he even stepping in a courtroom?
because it's all fraud, and we're so caught up in the deception in the matrix that we don't even know what's going on. You know, we don't even understand what's going on. And trust me, I don't know how he's in the courtroom. I don't even know why he's allowed to even come in there. It don't make any sense whatsoever. And
Because what I'm reading,
we got to
what
stop
I'm
that.
reading, he couldn't even. He have no business in there.
Yeah. What you reading? What you reading? Go ahead. Yeah, he shouldn't be in there.
A little attorney
Go.
search on this guy.
We're talking about. All right, let me give a detail. See, talk about is this okay? On February 15th, 2017, in 2015, um, my case had been called and began tape digit 852. It was on trial, and Kenneth, Judge Kenneth Brody, and he's at Sacramento Superior Court. And at the time, I didn't know this. You know, he's not a judge. He's been inactive. He's not part of the bar association or anything. So I do not know why he is in traffic court. Well, traffic court is fraud in itself. Maybe that's why they have him there, because it's the lowest of the court. It's not even the court, but maybe that's why. But we're all being fraudulent for all that traffic court stuff. These judges are not even supposed to be practicing law. Y'all might not. Y'all don't believe me. They call me Doc with the facts, man, and we coming with facts. You know, we fucking with the facts. Midwest got some shit. He gonna show. He got some shit on Judge Ken Brody. We gonna expose this judge of not being part of the bar, of actually being a fraud, of helping his brother signatures with real estate to high taxes, and that's why he actually been suspended for 1 year, but he didn't complete his duties to get his license back, and he actually um we gonna see what's going on.
Kenneth Neal Brody. Current status inactive. This attorney is inactive, but is eligible to become active. Current status inactive. This attorney is inactive, but is eligible to become active. Current status inactive. This attorney is inactive, but is eligible to become active. Oh, wow. Explanation of license status. This man has been revoked. Action affecting eligibility to practice law in California, disciplinary and related actions, effective date, description, case number, result status, discipline, probation, no actual suspension, 96 0 6902. Why they hide his record? This member has no public record of administrative action. Summary from the California Bar Journal are based on disciplinary orders but are not official records. Not all the disciplinary actions have associated CBJ summaries. Copies of official attorney discipline records are available upon request. Wow. So this the guy that's trying to bamboozle you?
That's the dude. That's the guy who actually was on my trial. That's the judge who was on my trial last year, and I'm still supposed to go to court for this tomorrow, a whole year later, because I've been to court for this case about 5, 6 times with a different judge every time, and he was on my trial case. And the only reason why I continue to go to court is because the way I'm presenting myself in court, and obviously they don't want to give up because they want this bonds. Because if they don't get the money for me, then who you think's responsible for paying it? You see, they don't want to lose the money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I didn't. And at the time, I didn't go through as much paperwork as I done now, so I haven't presented myself or did anything of that nature since I handled some certain situations.
Right. So with those letters that you sent in, do you think that had something to do with them not messing with you, far as the warrant being out?
That's what I was just thinking. I don't know, because when he had a warrant, they gonna send some stuff to your house. Or I never had anything to my house about you have a warrant now. I just see it online. And this is at the Superior Court. This is the county jail court. The state court. They put it to the state court because I told the judge, I told them fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And they thought they tried to act like they was gonna arrest me, but they can't. At the time I knew they couldn't arrest me, so that's how I acted. And they never arrested me, but until I got pulled out of my vehicle a few months later. But it's all good. But I think it helped me. I think so, because it's all commercial. They know that I'm a living man, and that the person who has the warrant now is a legal fiction, is a corporation that it's already dead, because corporation comes from the Latin word corp, corp, a corp.
Yeah.
So I'm alive. So maybe that's the reason why, and we just gonna have to wait and see everything.
Man, that's amazing, man. Then that video I watched earlier, and they talking about some stuff, and then you come in and crush it right with the hammer. Like, ooh, this information and that information put together, man, that's bulletproof.
Bruce coming in there like Thor with that hammer. Ah, we coming in there with fact proofs, y'all.
And that's what we gonna have for the team. Team MB, bulletproof. History team, you know who you are. And the fist, you know, together as one.
You know what? I'm trying to think, right? If I go to court tomorrow, if it's the same judge, I might go in there and show and throw that. Man, I should have threw something on the record, but go up in there and put it on the record that he's fraudulent, and all that information that you just showing that he's not part of the bar, about being inactive and all that. Put that on the record too. That should be hella funny.
Right.
Expose his ass on the court, and it's really supposed to be the court of record. You see, and the traffic court is fraud. That shit all fraud.
So y'all know what to do. Get on board.
Y'all know what to do.
Get on board.
12 Presumption law. Traffic court.
Y'all gotta get on board.
And you got y'all people gotta start looking up start looking up bars, start looking up your judges, start looking up police officers' oaths. Go to your state and county bars association, look up their oaths, look up their names, badge numbers, see if their oath is valid. Every 2 years they have to redo their oath, or it's inactive. A lot of officers and judges and attorneys don't do this. They just get by with it because we don't have a clear understanding of what's going on. So there's always ways out of it. And let me give you another point of view. Affidavit. The arresting officer writes the affidavit. An affidavit in court is only supposed to be facts, and an affidavit is the arresting officer making a claim against you. So first of all, the officer didn't have first eye knowledge of what happened. So how can he swear this is what happened when he never had first hand knowledge of it? So that's fraud. And another thing is, if he signed it, why is the DA why is the DA coming against you with the claim? It should be the officer in the DA's position. If it was, you know what I mean, because he's the one who swore in the oath affidavit who made the claim against you. So so it's all fraud. It's all fraud, y'all. It's all fraud. Attorney search. I was just some more game right there, bro.
All fraud. They got people paying all this, all this money. People in the hole can't pay their light bills, can't pay this bill, can't pay that bill because they trying to pay a ticket.
Pay a ticket. I witnessed people in there crying. I witnessed people in there like, bruh. I'm telling you, like, and it's sad because who are they for us to bow down and cry and really beg and ask for mercy and things of that nature? That's what's so cold, and they really know what's going on. We should have no remorse for those type of people, you know, because those people are not good. You know, they don't work. They don't work. They're not for the good.
Exactly.
Not for the good. There ain't no way we should be up there asking another human being mercy, and he's sitting so high, acting like he's pretending to be our God. Who are you? Who are you to tell me to get up, shut up, when to talk? Hold on, who are you? You had to fill out this job. You had to fill out an application to work this job. Yeah, who are you? You here to serve me. I'm the king. That's how we should go in there. You're a king. You're a queen. The courts are for kings and queens. We got, man. There's so much stuff that we could learn.
Look in the
That we
chat.
do.
Somebody got a question for you.
What declaration of the? To use the name as ID, they don't use the name as ID. We use it when we walk in there. When they state the name and we say that's us, we basically ID'd ourselves on the record. They got so it's all a game. It's all a game. We voluntarily giving up all these information, binding by these contracts, rather if we know about them or not, you know, and that's why people got to get that DBA just based on doing business as keep. That's another part. It keep you out of jail. You cannot arrest a legal fiction. Cannot arrest a legal fiction. You have complete immunity. But you know what? You need to give some of these though. This private ID. This ain't a game. I gotta sign it right there in front of the notary. The notary.
So
And
that's
then they
that do
gotta
not
skip.
detain ID.
Yeah, that's that do not detain. And it comes with a little traveling thing. They got a traveling kit also. I'm gonna show y'all this notice and fair warning that you would give to a police officer if you was to be stopped in the traffic.
Read that to them.
Okay, we gonna give it to y'all live and direct. Notice and fair warning: a seizure or detention without a breach of peace or a lawful warrant of arrest is a criminal act. This is an effort to stop aggravated identity theft, assault, kidnapping, theft of my private recreational vehicle. It's a fact in law. Many LEOs and cops are troublemakers due to poor and inaccurate training, which serves liability. The cardholder is authorized per 28 USC section 1606-1611, the Foreign Sovereign Immunity Act. Cardholder claims God-given right to practice sincerely held religion beliefs per Psalms 118141 and outside your authority and or jurisdiction. And remember, the scripture is above all law. God is above all. You know, his word is our swords. Remember that. What is it? Oh yeah. The cardholder has a lawful identification card and pass is not required to have a driver's license to record or register their private recreational vehicle, aka consumer household goods, in accordance with UCC 9-109, or to provide financial responsibility when existing their rights to travel in a private recreational vehicle pursuant to Constitution, criminal, government, penal codes, trans codes, etc. Common law supports cardholder rights of travel, is free to speak or not to speak, to come and to go, plus has a duty obligation to be armed to protect, define his, etc. Life, liberty, property, pursuit of happiness. Do not detain, arrest, or interrogate, as you will be accused, then proven guilty, or willfully, knowingly violating my God-given rights, as well as aforementioned statutes, laws, codes, constitution amendments, etc. And if you was to get stopped, you want to take note of the time and you want to take note of the date and citing only. And in violation of cardholder God-given unalienable rights, in this notice and fair warning ensures liability. And if it ensures liability, that means they're leaving their bonds open for you to take their shit. And on this ID right here, it's basically my identification card and notice and claim of right of travel without the United States, the state of California, etc. My given name, Marcus Bernard, family name Smith, because I'm telling my name because it's that real. I don't care. We be real. And they got my address, and they got California Republic, North America, DMM 602.1.3, and then it says my name, my properly name, which is, you'll write it like this with the dash. You want to write it with my first name dash middle name semicolon last name. That's how you properly write your name. And then it says insujurious, which is basically another way of proper or personoia. So yeah, and then I flip it in the back of the ID. It says, this is credible, reliable information. This does not constitute adhesion or alter my foreign sovereign immunity status. The sole purpose is for verification and identification only, and is not for entrance into any foreign jurisdiction. And then it has a jurat acknowledgement for the notary to sign, and then it has a biblical scripture, the seal. Joshua 24:15. Choose you this day whom you shall serve. As for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord. So once again, for this ID card, the particular person, if you don't believe in God or have any spiritual believings, I'm pretty sure this will how you won't be for you, since it would be hypocritical of having biblical scriptures. Okay, so that's between you and your spiritual belief, but it doesn't change the fact of what's real and what's not. But and for the peer IDs cost 120. You know what I'm saying? The IDs go for 120 for two of them, and it's how much is your freedom worth? Be honest, how much is your freedom worth?
Somebody said you got your fee schedule.
Yeah, I got a fee schedule. I got it notarized too and everything, and I put a couple people on. So a couple people on notice with the fee schedule. And I did that after my current situation with everything. So that's why I'm not going to court tomorrow either. I don't go to court. They can do whatever they want. They gonna pay me. You can write them all they want. They gonna try to scare you. And I should have, and matter of fact, I should. That's another thing. I should have just sent one in, just a double sent one in tomorrow on the court day and put one on the record for my fee schedule. Since it's tomorrow too, I could on everything. I could just drop that in the record and then did again and watch it on the computer how they update the system and see what the outcome was. And get a letter from Uncle Sam. They'll send a letter from Uncle Sam. Okay.
Right. Scare you and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, y'all, remember the government was in place for us to use. The law is for us. If you know how to use it properly, which because I'm still learning every day how to learn the law, how through my own trials and tribulations. If you don't go through it, how therefore you gonna know if your ways work, if your tricks work, you know what I mean? We gotta execute it. And sometimes we be put in a position where our backs against the wall and the situation was trying to get us to be scared because we almost got ourselves in a situation that we couldn't handle, but we got to stay solid and we got to get through that, and we can't let that type of thoughts overcome what's really real. You get what I'm saying? And put us back into the matrix. We got to stand firm, and there's always a way out. Just remember that.
Always a way out.
Always a legal remedy. They got to give us always a way out. You could challenge the jurisdiction at any time. And if you challenge their jurisdiction, and if you're out of their jurisdiction, then don't that mean that, I mean, if you're in prison right now, that means you're under the United States jurisdiction. And if you could challenge the jurisdiction at any time, and that's backed by case law, then I don't see why people in prison can challenge their jurisdiction to claiming that they're alive and human being, and actually knowing they didn't know at the time, but now they came along some new information and understanding of what's going on, and now they can reclaim their sovereign status and things of that nature and become a secure creditor and further on and act and and take over their and become the beneficiary and all that extra stuff, y'all. I mean, that's another works. We gonna start working with people, trying to get people out the system. Actually been sentenced. I'm talking about people with life, death row. That's the goal for that's a few goals, to help a person or two. You can't help everybody, but the thing is to pass the torch. If we all have a torch in our hand, then hey, it's better for us.
Somebody got a question for you in the chat.
Oh yeah. I got it, but not on the record. Right, an executive of your estate letter.
Since you're not gonna go to court, write an executive.
Yeah, I did. I put that in the notice. I put it actually executor notice. Matter of fact, where they at? I got a copies right here. I put two exhibits, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, and I'm gonna show you what I actually wrote. Okay, I can pop it up right here. Let me find it. Hold on. All right, executor papers. Look, I put a notice of absolute forgiveness and discharge for forever of an all known and unknown estate debts, duties, claims, and liabilities. And I wrote it in blue, and I put it on legal paper 8 by 14, and I put my seal, red thumbprint, and everything. House of Smith. I did all kind of and Living Soul and all that. And then that was Exhibit A, and then to Exhibit B, I put in notice of appointment to the office of executor for the estate name known as Marcus B. Smith. And then I therefore wrote some more stuff in that exhibit, and I put it into the notice on 3 cases on the total. As a matter of fact, I put these in on every case. on every case that's still open from 2010 for my traffic cases from 2010 all the way right now. I put them in every case because I could go back and abrogate my own estate and property as the executor and discharge all the debt. So I put in every case, and even with the cases with the warrant, but the judges still continue to deny the motions. So I don't even go to court. I did it one time. I put these in all of them, and I never went to court ever since then. And now I got a court date. I looked online, going through this. I just found out I got court tomorrow, and I don't even tripping. I'm not sliding because as an executor, I don't have to go to court. I filed a motion. That's all I need. That's all I need to do. So, and it's all about the executor. But you know, we still we still going through it. We still grabbing success. And you know, it's much appreciated. You know, I don't got no YouTube channel or anything like that. I got an IG, and I basically throwing little 1 minute clips up there because I don't got the YouTube. So I appreciate Midwest. You know, shout out to y'all. Shout out Team M&B. Money, millions and billions and shit. You know, it's much appreciated. Um, to be out here and be able to be online live. Finally gets to speak to the people. So much appreciated. Much appreciated.
You know what? Nothing but love, brother. Nothing but love. That's why we
Energy
here.
goes, energy flows. Two energies can't be in the same room. Come on.
Yeah.
One to go. If it's bad vibes, it gotta go. If it's good, it gotta go. I mean, it gotta stay. But you know, good and bad can't go together. I'm out here in Cali, so I'm smoking. For those who don't agree with smoking, excuse me, but I got my medical license, 420 friendly.
Yeah. So he said need to write a motion. Need to write my motion. Feeling amazing. Yeah, I'm feeling amazing. I hope you are too. Island White Family Vibes. What's up? In the building. We got some, a couple. Got a new member from the Beginners Lounge in the building.
What's going on? What's that? Alan White?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him right there. What's going on?
Trade and Creation. Man, that was what's up, man. Them some nuggets, bro. You
And
know.
another thing, just real quick, man. Another thing, when you guys come across this knowledge, like learning how to beat traffic cases, you guys can help people and even charge. Man, just drop me like $50, $100. I'll just go in here, ditch your case dismissed. People really being there crying, y'all. Really need the help. You could really bless someone day just by filing two motions and just did and just like it's good. Just give me $50 for my time. Oh, it's good. Just help you out. That's a blessing. It's not always about receiving. It's about giving knowledge. But everything's not free. A man shall be get paid according to his wages, according to what he did, his works. You know that this is scriptures, y'all. You got to look in Timothy. It's about being considerate because people like to hold on to money. People would rather receive than to give. And when they do give, they feel bad about giving it. And that's not the type of hearts and mindsets that I like to surround myself with. And people shouldn't surround themselves around there either, because with that being said, it's like the money can change. The money could grab the money that's evil. It's what it grabs at the heart. You know what I mean? And and it's not cool. So we gotta just remain strong and for the people, for yourself first, and God first. Always do it for yourself, because if you get lost doing it, doing something other than for yourself, then you lost. You forgot the purpose of what you was doing it for. You know what I mean? You forgot where it all started from. And I'm not just talking about this. I'm just talking about in life in general. Yeah, you know what I mean? We gotta stay strong. Like you said, creating, like Alan Weiss just said, creating traditions. No, AT Blaze, if you're your own lawyer, if you're presenting yourself, never you want to present, you don't want to represent yourself, you want to present yourself, and also you don't have to pay for motions. You know, I actually file my motions for free. You just go into the court, you just go into the courthouse and you file them. You say you want to file them, and remember, you can keep the original. I kept my original documents, y'all. I am a king. I made extract. If you don't know the definition to that, look it up. It's extract. You can make a copy of off original document and put an extract into the court of records. So I kept the original documents, and the court I filed, I gave them copies. And if you never seen a court take copies and file them, well, I did it, and I got footage of it. I did it, and I got proof. I can show my records. But But yeah, that's another part because you're the king. You hold the originals, and when the court, that's why the court always have the originals and give you the copies because they're playing the executor because they're playing that daddy role, that master role, and we're playing the slave role. So you want to reverse it. But to your question, no, you don't have to pay for motions. If you don't mind me asking, when is your court date? T Blaze.
Is he there? Say I will extract.
They will okay, yeah, you extract. And when they tell you, right, you write extract on the top, and you write extract on the top. And let me see if I could give you an example. Hold on.
mbteammidwest in the building, y'all. Just going down. Got my guy shot with the facts, y'all. Shot with the facts, and giving it to y'all in the raw. And we still live and direct. Don't forget to get them t-shirts, them hoodies, them backdrops, and them free Bitcoin, y'all.
Okay, here they go right here. All right, y'all, look. Look at this. Can y'all see? Okay. So look, I put this is the original copy. I put my seal, House of Smith with my thumbprint, and then I went right here and I signed my first name only with my thumbprint. King only finds it only signs his first name. And I'm gonna show you. That's the original document. And I went to go file the extract. That's the case number. You can look it up at Superior Court if you think I'm lying. This ain't no joke. Look it up. And this look court case. That's the look, it's stamped. It's stamped. File on demand. Look, a copy. And I gave them a copy. I made a couple copies for me to keep. You know, if I need to send it to anywhere. But look at that. And that's one exhibit. And I did this to about 8 cases, y'all. I filed on 8 cases. It's another original copy, and these are some more extracts of Exhibit A and B. But
Your hand covering your mic.
oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, but yeah, that's I filed those on 8 different cases, Exhibit A and Exhibit B's, and I filed them in the courts, executor notice. I said, and that's how you got to do it. And I don't even walk in the court. I followed, like I said, a good friend. I followed the direction. I don't got to go to court. And if they was to take you out of jail, you got to know how to play your part. See, it's like chess. If they disobey the laws, you got to know what to do just in case it don't go as planned. See, and guess what? This is another protection. So when you do go to court, it basically separates your living man from your trade name. They will know who you actually are as a sovereign, as a living subject. So I didn't have that at that point, but now I have my IDs. I got it a few days ago, so now I have that as another security, another armor. So that's that right.
So you kept the original and then gave them copies?
Yeah, I kept the original. I gave them extracts.
Oh yeah.
Challenging their
Good.
jurisdiction told them we need to go to federal court. It's not about challenge. It's about challenge because you want them to. You want to know. You want to let them know that that you're not in them jurisdiction. Like what you're doing, you're challenging their because they're presuming that you're in their jurisdiction. So when you challenge their jurisdiction, now by law they actually have to state their jurisdiction. Now a lot of the times, a lot of the judges they're gonna try to they don't want they're gonna do anything they want to do to sidetrack you to make you bind into contract. So it's about remaining humble and staying on task. Cause trust me, you can get in there and just get sidetracked quick. Cause they're gonna be trying to yell and scream and do this and all this, threaten you to go to jail if you don't shut up. But don't just they're not. It's just all to try to get you to stop. But because your jurisdiction, you govern yourself. When you go into that courtroom, they automatically presume that you're in the jurisdiction. Automatically. So that's why I don't even go inside the courthouse anymore because I don't even care. I'm gonna start just file these motions and that's it. That's it. I don't even care because I'm not going in that court. Yeah, zip code exemption had no jurisdiction. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you don't want to write your zip code. That's another thing on the ID. I have no zip code either. You don't want to put your zip code. That makes you, as a United States, a citizen, a resident. Um, you don't want to do that. But but at the end of the day, if you don't have your paperwork in order, and when they run your trade name, it's gonna pop up as it, and they're just gonna go on with their system, and there's no stopping it unless we know what's going on. Yeah, yeah. Once you cross the bar, then you enter the ship. So you don't have to cross the bar, but once you start talking behind the bar, the judge is gonna start screaming because you're talking to the judge man to man now. So the judge is gonna try to tell you to cross the bar. You don't have to cross it, and you can stand your ground. You can stand your ground and see what happens. Just stand your ground and let you state your jurisdiction, or I can hand you could we can handle the situation from I can handle it from right here. I can stand here. I don't need to go nowhere else. So some people have success. Some people will buy in. Like for instance, I try to go behind the bar, stand behind the bar, and the judge, the traffic judge. I did this in traffic, so he kept bickering, and the sheriff actually, two sheriffs actually came and actually forwarded me towards the bar. So I actually, when they came up and paying pressure, I actually just walked into the bar like it's not going to be like that. So
I'm here with you. What did you say? He don't cross the bar.
what was you saying?
He said he don't cross the bar.
Yeah, you don't want to cross the bar, but if the judge continues like to get like loud and
Covering the speaker.
yeah, because it's about just being self-respected for yourself and principles. Even though the officers and judges want to act out their own character and want to force, just be humble about it, and you can still handle yourself appropriate as you enter the bar. You know what I mean? And but whatever you do, don't sign no papers. Don't consent. If they want, if like object to everything the judge say. If they trying to give you an attorney, you don't know who the attorney. You deny them. You want to deny all contracts. Don't sign no paperwork or anything, because once you sign it, you bind contract. And if you do sign anything, pit 1-308 without prejudice. Without prejudice, 1-308, all rights reserved, because it reserves your rights and protects you. No matter what, every signature I sign on legal, on certain paperwork, because some things you can't do it, like with certain like like banking and certain stuff, but like personal contracts with people, you could do that, and other things you could do that with court and stuff. You study contract law. And I got a video interviewing, actually pitting the cops with this case, trying to like put me into another courtroom, an empty courtroom, and handcuffs, and they uncuffed me because they was talking about they was going to arrest me, but they let me go. I knew what time it was. That was after I told the judge, fuck him. Presumably they tried to, but they broke their oath. Their oath is a contract with the public. If they're not honoring their oath, then they're breach of contract. Constitutional rights, God-given rights, Declaration of Rights, Bill of Rights. Those are our rights. Unalienable rights. All our rights ain't in the Constitution, Declaration of Independence. We got God-given rights, the Holy Bible. We got laws. You know what I'm saying? We're all equal. Kings, queens, they stole our money. But T Blaze, like I say, the ID, since you're in that private ID would be a good thing to have. Damn, we might can y'all this shit crazy. It would be a good thing to have the private ID so you can check in and have on your private body that identification card. You know, it has the commercial codes for the Sovereign Immunity Act. So it basically separates yourself from your trade name.
Yeah, I'm back here with you, bro.
Yeah.
Had to run to the restaurant real fast. I'm back. Yeah, man. This was real good tonight, man. We got to do this. Back here with you, bro. We got to do this again.
For sure, it's all good.
Yeah, man.
Do this again, y'all. It's much appreciated. A lot of nuggets.
A lot of nuggets was given out.
A lot of nuggets.
You was saying your mic was covered or something. Somebody was saying your mic was.
Yeah, I covered it a minute ago. I guess it was on the table.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. You know, like I say, follow me on IG, trying to eat a meal _shot. For real. I'm gonna throw it in the comments.
Alan White, shocked with the facts, yeah.
Shocked with the facts.
Shout out to Money Boy, wherever you at out there. I know you out there lurking somewhere.
It's all much appreciated.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
Yeah. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I took my phone case off, but yeah.
Somebody said they got 100 nuggets.
Man, you know that's all we trying. As long as we people catching it, that's all we trying to do.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, for sure. Much appreciated, for real.
So whenever you want to do a live, you just hit me up and you got it. Do your thing.
Good. It's good.
Next time we have some other team members around, jump in, go back and forth with him.
Hell yeah, it's good.
This was like a little test to see how to go. It went pretty smooth tonight.
Yeah, it went pretty smooth. Pretty smooth.
Yes, it did. So I think we should keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, back and forth with a few team members or whatever.
It's
and
good.
Keep it coming with the facts. And be team Midwest.
Like you say, here to inspire millions and billions across all the world.
Yes, sir. Can't say it no better than that. Shock with the facts. We gonna get up with y'all. We enjoyed y'all. Everybody that stayed around for the whole little shebang. We appreciate y'all watching. Tuning in.
Exactly, expanding them brain cells. Exercise.
Yeah. At that. That's what's up. We appreciate y'all though. But we'll be back tomorrow. All y'all gotta do is tune in.
Tune in.
Bring your people. Have your people tune in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to get some knowledge.
shit, like I say, share the videos, do whatever you got to do to help inspire yourself and people. Free yourself. Remember, slavery is voluntary nowadays. The 14th Amendment, all that stuff, it didn't free the slaves. All right, it gained more.
You
Everyone.
know, subscribe to the channel. You know, invite your people. Get that free Bitcoin. You know, we ain't sure what time. What time you want to? What time you want to jump on?
You know, we
Facts.
all day to be doing the book, so it don't even matter. Once I handle this business in the morning, it's all through the day. Yeah, I'm in front of the desk.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna be on a few times throughout the day, and then we'll do one in the daytime and one at night. You know,
Yep,
for the
it's all
people that
good.
can't. You know, for the people that can't be there in the daytime, we'll have one. You know, late night for all the adults.
Yep, it's all good. That's all righteous.
So yeah, so y'all have a good night. God bless. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Man,
facts, man. That was what was up, bro.
it's all good. Much appreciated.
You know, you have a good night.
Yep, you too.
Everybody out there, safe. You know, until next time.